Barrel One Collective. A collective like the four.
Whoa, watch out.
And we'll assimilate all of you. So, yeah, we have Harpoon, we have Money Nose, we have Clown Shoes,
Ooh.
we have Long Trail.
Whoa.
It's expansive. And I'm going to let Greg, graciously here, all the way from St. George, in this type of weather. And he's going to lead us through the tasting and tell us all about all these breweries. He's really been doing his research, so feel free to quiz him on anything. And without further ado, here's Greg.
Yeah! Woo!
Thank you, Mike. And thank you, everybody, for coming out. Most of you know me. Great introduction from Mike. My name is Greg. I work for the Barrel One Collective. We are the product of a merger of two large craft collectives, one of which was Mass Bay, which is Harpoon's parent brand, and the other one being Finest Kind Brewing, which was Smutty Nose, Wachusett, and Five Boroughs Brewing Company out of New York. We are the number 13 producer of craft beer by volume in the United States. That equates to 135,000 barrels, so 270,000 kegs, or about 1.5 million cases of beer a year.
That's enough.
The full list, I'll go through the whole thing. Not all of these are sold in New York right now. We have Harpoon, Long Trail, Wachusett, Smutty Nose, UFO, The Shed, Five Boroughs Brewing Company, Catamount, Clown Shoes, Otter Creek, Greater Good, Right Coast, which you guys actually had when Saranac was here, do an FMB and a RTD from them that has vodka in it, kind of Italian ice flavored, easy drinkers. Flavored malt beverage is a FMB versus an RTD ready to drink cocktail. We also do Dunkin' Spiked, which you guys may have seen around the supermarkets. We have a tea and a coffee from them. And we also do a new RTD collaboration with Crystal Light, the tea mix. We're going to have some lemonades coming into the market soon as well.
Alcoholic lemonade?
Yeah, vodka lemonades.
Wow.
Vodka refreshers, they're 4.3%, so they're not crazy strong.
I mean, are you
do the job.
is it going to be like Crystal Light? Like it's going to be like a duck you put it?
Oh no, it's an RTD, so it's a canned cocktail.
Oh,
but it is
okay.
basically equivalent of pouring that stuff into your vodka. With a couple bubbles. So, the oldest brewery, and basically why a lot of breweries are in the United States nowadays that we're going to be talking about, is Harpoon, which was founded in 1986. Wow. So it's our 40th anniversary, one of the oldest breweries in the country that's still active.
Yeah.
Founded by Dan Canary, Rich Doyle, and George Ligeti, who all went to Harvard together, actually.
Wow.
And they were really tired of going around Boston and just having, pardon my French, but dog shit beer. Everything was exactly the same. You know, you're getting your Budweiser, you're getting your Coors, you're getting your Heineken, there's really no variety there. So after they graduated, they went to Europe. They saw what beer culture could be like, and they came back to Boston in 1986, started the brewery. They brought in Russ Heisner, who is a UC Davis School of Fermentation Sciences graduate, to make their first beers. First beer Harpoon ever shipped was June 1987, and that was a pale ale, Harpoon Ale. And then in another first was Winter Warmer, which is still around, really popular winter warmer beer with nutmeg and cinnamon. It was the first seasonal craft beer to be produced in the state of Massachusetts, or the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Actually, another interesting tidbit, the reason Barrel One Collective is called Barrel One Collective is that when Harpoon started, they were the first brewing license in Boston, in Massachusetts. So they are 001 on their certificate.
Wow.
Because, you know, Sam Adams started in 1988, but they were originally contract brewing out of Pittsburgh. So Harpoon has a couple of years on them in Boston itself.
Now this got a nice aroma.
Harpoon is known for running really big festivals. 1990 was the first one. 2,000 people came out. It was kind of make or break. It was a Hail Mary for the company. They broke even on it. didn't make any money, but it really did kind of set the future and set the culture. 17,000 people, I believe, was the maximum amount of people at this festival over the course of a weekend. A couple of years ago. We still run these, they're a little smaller now. COVID kind of changed things around a little bit. But
Yeah.
still a couple thousand people in and out over the weekends. 1992, first year that Harpoon actually made some money. So 5 years after their first production. It's also when they started making Harpoon IPA, which is the first beer we are going to be drinking today.
Oh, it's delicious.
Everybody has it? Alright. So, Harpoon IPA is a 6% English IPA. So you're going to get a lot more of a malt backbone than you would in a standard IPA there. It is balanced hop bitterness, malty sweetness on the backbone. We use Apollo and Chinook hops and then dry hop with Cascade for that floral finish. It's bitter, but not harsh or astringent. I find it a very easy drinking IPA for 6%, and it really differentiates itself from your West Coast IPAs or your hazy IPAs. Everybody had a chance to try Harpoon IPA? Any questions? 6%.
Nice little
Yeah, right in the middle. No 11% double IPA, although we will be doing an 11% beer at some point tonight.
Ooh.
Watch out.
They started making this one right from the get-go?
Harpoon IPA was 1992, 1993. So the first beer that was made was a pale ale. Kind of what everybody was doing at the time. Sierra Nevada, a lot of other brands kind of doing that. Have a good night, guys.
Me too.
Does anybody have any questions about Harpoon IPA?
It's really nice and crisp.
What are the hops?
The hops are... I had to take a lot of notes for this one with 7 beers and 5 breweries.
So many beers, so little time.
Apollo and Chinook,
Ooh.
and then Cascade for the dry hop.
Ooh, nice.
I guess I can go into a little more history while we wait for the next Harpoon beer to come out.
No Harpoon beer.
The Dunkin'. What's that?
Long trail.
There's another. Oh, we're not going 2 Harpoons in a row? You didn't give me the order.
There's no other one.
The Dunkin'. Oh.
No, I had that.
Okay, we're doing that last copy. So we're moving on to Long Trail.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Close us got Long Trail. I always thought Vermont, but not from Vermont, right?
Oh, Long Trail is from Vermont.
Not from Vermont.
It's a 253-mile long trail in Vermont. It is in the Green Mountains, really in the middle of nowhere. You take a look on a map at it, and you just keep scrolling out and out and out, and it's just green forever. Maybe 2 hours from Burlington Airport. Long Trail was founded in 1989. It was originally called Mountain Brewers. It was founded by Andy Pearson in the basement of the Bridgewater Woolen Mill, and was very, very, very popular in the area, but really didn't start expanding out. They were known as the Long Trail guys, so in 1995 they changed the name of the brewery to Long Trail, and kind of went from there. That's when they blew up. When they first started, they joked around because they wanted to be LEED certified, which is environmentally friendly, but they were way too small and didn't have any money. So they said the only thing that was green about them was the bottles that they used, because they did start and still use green bottles to this day for Long Trail bottles. And originally those were actually St. Pauli's Girl and Beck's bottles that they recycled and reused.
Wow. Well, at least they were partially green.
Very Vermont.
And you got some clear water up that way.
Yeah, it's. I actually haven't been there yet, but I will be going there this June, and I cannot wait. It's a really nice time of year to be there.
Right around the Norfolk trip.
What's that?
You're out the accompaniment.
Yeah. Sounds cool. They still got some snow up there.
Yeah. And then Long Trail actually joined Mass Bay in 2022 when Harpoon, one of the last breweries that Harpoon acquired before this merger that happened in 2025.
Wow.
We're going to halt. Okay, so the first beer from Long Trail we're going to try is Long Trail Ale, which although on the board says is an amber, it is actually an alt beer. It is the opposite of a Kolsch, effectively, so you're using top fermenting yeast and then lager temperatures.
How does that drink it?
So this is a 5% alt beer. You're gonna get malty notes. It's crisp, dry, fruity. You're gonna get hints of fig. Pretty complex beer.
Big?
No figs in there, but the esters that get released during the brewing process definitely come out there. And very earthy floral hops. It's 25 IBU, so it's not particularly bitter. Definitely on the maltier side of things, and it is brewed with Northern Brewer and Willamette hops.
Ooh.
I think that'll be coming around in a moment for you guys. Pop into a little more history of the brewery while we're waiting for the beers to go around. So Harpoon has a side company called UFO. It's Unfiltered Offerings.
Ah.
Ah, it's cute.
Started in 1998. Their first beer was a Hefeweizen, and the beer we're trying tonight is actually a blueberry Hefeweizen, and it's very delicious. So we'll get to that eventually.
All right.
A couple years later, in 2000, Harpoon bought Catamount, which was founded in 1984 in Vermont, and that is the Windsor, Vermont facility for Harpoon now for secondary production. We also have a third facility in Manchester, which is more of our test batch and experimental brewery now. So the ale should be going around now, guys.
Are they near the Catamount ski joint?
Because some of the people from Catamount still work for the company.
Wow. Because the interesting thing about Catamount, it says right on the border.
Yep.
So you go from New York into Massachusetts and back out on the one ski run.
Yeah, no, I have been up to the area. I haven't been to the brewery yet.
Okay. Because it's interesting because all the ski lodge is in Massachusetts, but you go back into New York on the one.
To go around when you're going to go
Yeah,
ski.
so you basically start in Massachusetts, you go into New York, and then you come back into Massachusetts on the one run.
That's pretty cool. It's like being in 3 states in a couple minutes. Has everybody had a chance to try the Long Trail Ale?
Real nice.
Does anybody have any questions? Has anybody had an alt beer before? It's not a particularly common style. Oh, you've had it.
It's very nice.
No, it's one of those beers that a lot of people will call an amber. It's very similar. I don't know if anybody's had Spotted Cow from New Glarus. It's a saison, but they sell it as an ale because the average consumer has no idea what a saison is. And amber goes a lot further than alt beer, I think, to the average beer drinker nowadays. It's not a unknown style, but not wildly popular, based out of Dusseldorf.
Can you explain a little bit about what's in alt beer?
Well, alt beer is top fermenting yeast and lager temperatures, as opposed to a Kolsch, which is lager yeast and ale temperatures. So you're getting the crispness and the clarity because when you lager something, you're making it 40 degrees for a month, and it changes a lot of the esters that are released in the brewing process there. And that's why you're getting a lot of these subtle earthy tones, a lot of floral tones, the fruit tones. Just get during that month of lagering, get a lot of those flavors released. Next beer from Long Trail we're going to move on to. Mike, this is cans, right? Is Vermont IPA, which is a 6.5%, 6%, my bad, hazy IPA with Citra and Amarillo hops, which generally impart tropical fruit notes. Very popular in your hazy IPAs. Also uses flaked oats and Munich malts, and a proprietary yeast strain that's actually used to produce juicy esters to complement the hops. Instead of just having a neutral ale yeast tone, you're getting these extra extenuated citrus notes on it. So this is a very, very, very refreshing, great hazy IPA. I think you guys will enjoy it.
Actually, you gotta go to the middle.
Excuse me.
So that, like that alt beer that you had, like from start to finish, like compared to other beers, how long is the fermentation to the time you get to the end beer?
The main difference when you're lagering something, lager just means cold storage in German.
Yeah.
So you're doing the same process, especially in ales are generally brewed very quickly.
Oh, right.
You know, 2 weeks, and then so you're doubling the time that you would be making. So it's going for 4 weeks instead of 2 weeks.
And is it still in a sideways vat, or is it done in the full?
Oh, it's in a normal tall bag. No fooders or open.
Interesting, because once you get to lagers, I thought they had to go with the, I mean, my limited knowledge, but they were saying that lagers had to have like the sideball because you didn't want a lot of oxygen in it.
It's true. So as far as when you're using these different yeasts that are either top or bottom fermenting, the bottom fermenting yeast you can get out of the tank just by opening the bottom and gravity fed. And then the other ones, they do have, the outs are either on the top or on the side. So they're straining it off. You basically skim off some of the product as well. Has everybody gotten the Vermont IPA? What do you guys think?
It's very good.
Grapefruit juice?
Yeah. If you look at the side, look. It looks like
A license plate, yeah.
plate. I like the license plate on it.
I want to hold it up so people can see it. You might just want to hold it up real quick.
Okay, there you go.
Fun little thing on the can, just a little license plate. We actually have these on our some of our trucks up in Vermont right now. Somebody got the custom license plate. Surprised that was not taken in Vermont, kind of the home of IPAs, but.
Well, you know, we just Xerox this up and put it on our cars.
So what's the big seller for a long trail?
Long Trail Ale is by far. It's the flagship for the brewery and the #1 seller. Same thing with Harpoon. Harpoon IPA by far is the #1 seller for the brand.
A long trail brewery, do they have like any others? They have like sours or stouts?
It's a lot of IPAs. A ton of IPAs. Yeah, it's Vermont. I'm sure there are some one-offs here and there.
Is there a maple IPA?
I don't know. That's a good question. I'm sure it's
from Ohio.
at some point in the last 40 years of these companies making beer, I'm sure somebody's made the maple IPA. Mike, what are we moving to? Smutty?
Old brown dog.
Old brown dog.
Alrighty. Alright, now we're jumping over to New Hampshire, yet another state. For Smutty Nose, we're going to be tasting Old Brown Dog. Smutty Nose was founded in 1994 by Peter Edson and his sister Janet, who also founded Northampton and Portsmouth breweries in Hampton, New Hampshire, the oldest breweries in New Hampshire. It's named after the Smutty Nose Islands in the Isle of Shoals, right off the coast. Moved to a new facility in 2014. It's a 17-acre historic site in Tallow Farm. Absolutely beautiful. In 2018, it became Finest Kind as an actual company, and that led to the acquisition of 5 boroughs in 2023 and Wachusett Brewing out of Westminster in 2024. So Old Brown Dog, I actually have a picture of the Old Brown Dog, hold on.
Wachusett makes a good blueberry. Is that coming down here at all?
So Wachusett Blueberry is the #1 beer for Wachusett right now in New England. It is wildly, wildly popular. There are issues with distributors maintaining the rights to beers that haven't sold in a few years, so we're working on getting Wachusett into New York right now. Same thing with Greater Good, which is another one of our really cool breweries out of Worcester, Mass. It's all Imperial. Every single beer they make is Imperial. 11% Pilsners, stouts, sours, IPAs, the whole shebang. Onto the beer itself. So this is Olive, the Old Brown Dog.
Oh, man.
She is a half Weimaraner and half Brittany Spaniel.
Wow.
Unfortunately passed since the company started well over 20 years ago.
She's supposed to live forever.
But she lives on the can. And if you go to supermarkets up in the New England market, we have cardboard cutouts of the old brown dog. Like, she's still very much so part of the company. It's a 6.5% American brown ale, 30 IBU, so a little bitter, but not particularly. Malt build is North American Turo, Munich 10L, C120, and chocolate. And for bittering, we're using Cascade and Galena hops, and for flavoring, we are using Williamette hops. It's toasty and tasty. It's a very malty beer on the sweeter side. Get that bite of hops right in the middle, but then it closes out back to the malt. So it's very well balanced beer. Smutty Nose is also known for a Finest Kind IPA, a pretty popular IPA. It's been around for a while, and a rotating sour series that goes in and out. We have a lime Ricky coming up, orange creamsicle out right now. 3 or 4 different flavors a year. Does anybody have any questions about Smutty Nose or Old Brown Dog? 6%, 6.5%. Yeah, it's very balanced. It's hard to tell. There's no boozy taste to it whatsoever. Mike, what beer are we going to?
UFO.
Okay, on to UFO, which I mentioned before, founded in 1998. So, just an offshoot under the Harpoon umbrella. It never had its own facility, just part of Harpoon. Like I said before, unfiltered offerings. This is going to be a...
UFO beer cloudy.
Yeah, that does happen a lot in the trade, selling UFO into accounts. And they don't realize that unfiltered means sediment in the bottom of the bottle. Like, oh, we gotta return these, we gotta return these. I'm like, guys, it's in the name, I'm sorry. Well, we're gonna be tasting UFO Maine Blueberry today. It's 4.8% fruited Hefeweizen, made with real Maine blueberries. Super, super, super tasty. Should be coming around in a second for you.
Blueberries for sale.
What's that?
It's all about the kid going out to find blueberries for another day.
UFO is most well known for its wit, Belgian wit, which is called UFO White. We have pumpkin seasonal that comes in every year. There is a regionally limited beer called Georgia Peach, which is just phenomenal. Used to be in the market. I am working on getting it back here. That is just as delicious as this one to me.
As in real Georgia peaches?
Yeah, real Georgia Peaches.
All right.
If we're going to put it in the name, we're going to use the ingredients. So UFO should be going around now.
Is this the clown shoes one?
No, that was
So does it, you being 13, does that put you ahead of Anheuser-Busch?
So Anheuser-Busch wouldn't be considered a craft.
No, but you say all told. Well, I was just taking it all told amount of being able to, beers being able to be brought to the store.
So Yangling is actually the #1 beer craft brewery in the country.
Well, they were like one of the oldest.
One of the oldest in Pennsylvania by far. They've been around for a long time.
It's interesting that they came up with Yingling. This doesn't sound local at all.
No. But, other brands that are up there, I mean, you're looking at stuff like Monster Brewing Company in Star City and they're number 11. Tilray's up there, Montauk and Green Flash, and Blue Point, and a million other brands.
come back.
I think everybody has gotten their main blueberry. Is anybody still waiting?
Yeah. Don't wait.
Sort of. Yeah, this is blueberry.
You got it, Craig?
No, I didn't give it to Greg.
I'm good. I'm not caught up on my.
I know that you like.
All right.
Just asking, has a blueberry on the end?
There are very much so blueberries on the can. What does everybody think? You guys like it?
We'll find out.
The first time I tried it, I really thought it was an extract. I am very happy to find out that it is truly real Maine blueberries, which is great. Just put in the word in the mix.
So you have those unfiltered
Offerings. Laura, clown shoes?
No, punches, yeah.
not a fruity beer person. This is excellent.
Agreed. Yeah, same here. I don't normally go for those types of beers, but that is one of my favorite by the style.
Nice.
So before the next beer comes out, I will briefly talk about Clown Shoes. Clown Shoes was founded in 2009 by a guy named Greg Berman. It was originally just a single beer project that he made with Ipswich Ale Brewing.
Ipswich, get out.
It was a Hoppy Feet Black IPA, which is not a particularly popular style, but it was so well received in Boston that they started making more and more and more beers. And it was originally, the name came from a beer advocate competition named Brewery. They didn't get into the top 5, but they decided that's what they were going to name their company anyway. Clown Shoes kind of does the kind of whimsical, weird, experimental stuff that Harpoon is not necessarily putting out. So in 2017, 8 years later, Clown Shoes joined Mass Bay and became part of the rest of the group. And what we are trying now is Snow on the Maple Tree, which is an 11.25% Imperial Pastry Stout.
Wow.
Has a 94 ranking on Beer Advocate, which is great, almost up to world class. It was originally a beer called Undead Party Crasher, which was a 9% Imperial Stout. And then this beer, as the base, was aged in whiskey barrels that were also used to age maple syrup. So you're going to get bourbon notes, you're going to get a ton of maple syrup on this one.
Wow.
We use nugget hops, Mount Hood, and Sterling hops, and we also use smoked malts in this. So it's a complex, heavy, sweet beer.
Are we still talking about the blueberry?
No, he's talking.
We moved on. No,
4.8% Hefeweizen, made with real Maine blueberries.
the blueberries. Oh, that is beautiful.
This has got maple syrup.
That blueberry is heavenly. It's just.
I really like that beer.
It is. It just goes down so smooth. That's definitely like. Now is that available all year round?
Yeah. So Maine blueberry is a year-round beer. You can get this.
No, because it's like, oh man, that'd definitely be good for the summer.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely peaks business-wise in the summer, but it is available year-round. People drink it there in the winter.
Wow, this smells really sweet.
It is very maple syrupy.
Oh, that's an F around and find out beer.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
it tastes
figured,
like maple
with one
syrup.
more beer coming, we figured we would kind of end with dessert. So we went from the blueberry to the pastry stout. So something that Harpoon did start doing in 2018 is collaborations with Dunkin' Donuts as two Boston-based brands. This year's that we are going to try last is that's a long name, hold on. Harpoon Dunkin' Brown Sugar Shaken Espresso Stout.
Oh my God.
That'll be the final nail in the coffin there. That'll be coming out in a moment.
Slow down.
Enjoy the beer. We'll have the next one coming out in a few moments for you.
Together.
A giant leaf insect. A leaf bug. A stink bug. Thing is, some of them come this big. Yeah, no, there are leaf bugs that are this big. I have a question. I can't do the artwork of Indy or that's not his name. That's my bunny's name. Spice or Holly the dog until you find a photo.
Gotta catch up with y'all.
I mean, if you want face, okay. It's whatever you want to get whatever you can easily get a picture. Yeah. Yeah, I like the artist's watercolors. The watercolors are very nice. Like I said, I want to get back into watercolors. She was too kind. The one night I was walking her, and there was a mouse in front of the house. She was just sitting there sniffing it. This poor little mouse is just scared out of its mind, just cowering in fear. She's just all nice and stuff like that. We all know Earl would have seen it, just went.
What's your guys' favorite so far?
Oh, I've loved them all. They're all really good.
I like that it's a balanced portfolio with so many breweries. Sometimes it can be too IPA heavy and too this, but every brewery kind of brings the different things to the table.
They're losing.
Tide's better than
End of the first.
It's like stuff like, you know, like how you get Samsung TV, it's always playing old TV, and that one's broken.
I have a question. Do you have a card?
I'll give you my contact.
Okay.
I don't have my cards on me.
Okay. Well, this is for you.
Thank you so much.
It's a
Still got one
giant.
up here.
No, I just thought, well, while there was a lull, it's a giant leaf bug.
I was saying it looks like an isopod. Yeah. There wasn't.
I just thought, well, I had your attention. I'd give it to you.
Let me give you my email address too, so you could. I really appreciate that, by the way. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I just need to know.
Okay.
G.
Oh, wait.
So G-E-E-C-K-E-T-T. G. Beckett. B-E-C-K-E-T-T.
Oh, G-B-E-C-K-E-T-T. So G Beckett.
Yeah, at fiveboroughs.com. That is my name.
I have a question. At Five Boroughs, did they close the tap room in Brooklyn?
Yeah, so the lease ran up after 10 years. We are actively looking for a new facility brewery for Five Boroughs right now. So we'll have one soon.
But like,
We're producing out of Massachusetts right now.
because I was like, Five Boroughs can't go away.
We're not going anywhere. We're actually coming out with new beers like this week.
No, because it's like when I heard about it, it's like I said it's like the tap room is closing, but
Yeah,
we're
just the
not.
tap. Yeah, we're still around.
I mean, whoever did your lease sucks.
That's the owner of the building.
He's a schmuck. He doesn't know what he's missing.
Okay, so the last beer we're going to drink is the Harpoon Dunkin' collab I mentioned before. So, pretty straightforward. You're going to get notes of brown sugar espresso, which is actually going to be kind of bitter and sour on the nose there. This uses Magnum hops, and then the malt bill is pale, CBD, midnight wheat, and chocolate. Very smoky, very toasty. everybody had a chance to try the shaken espresso? You guys have any questions? And yes, it is brewed with real Dunkin'.
What type of coffee?
It's the brown sugar shaken espresso.
Oh.
It's a mouthful to say. It's like a long name.
No, because it's like I love espresso. I really, like, when it comes to coffee, I'm not a black coffee drinker or like a lot of coffee. I like espresso. I like my coffee short, to the point, and angry.
I get it. Me too.
It's like I have like usually, like when I was working this 2025, I was working in Harlem at a school, and every morning I would have a double espresso, and then 4 packs of sugar would go into it, and then I would have a Gatorade. Like I don't know why the I don't know why the Gatorade helped, but I would stay awake for the rest of the day.
Or you get them the salt you need, the electrolytes that you need. So before we wrap up, I just wanted to see if anybody had any questions about any of the breweries. We also have some cool new stuff coming out this year. Harpoon is coming out with low key lager in the next few weeks, and that is brewed with a full fruit extract that tastes like pawpaw, which is America's largest and one of the few domestic fruits. Delicious.
Pawpaw is one of the only fruits that's one of the very few fruits that's actually native to the United States, and it's a form of papaya. And my mom and I, we had gotten 2 little pawpaw little saplings. They died.
Yeah, it's a tough fruit because
it's a tough thing to
have to take it off the vine itself. If it falls, it's bad.
As far as I know, when it comes to the pawpaw, the reason why no one's heard of it is that the pawpaw has a very short period of time when it's good.
Yep, you can only get so many miles before it spoils.
Yeah, you have to be there at it, get it, because it doesn't travel.
Yeah, it doesn't at all. Very true. Any questions, guys?
Wow, it's like.
All right.
So that was G. Beckett at 5.
Enjoy your beers. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Brad Beckett. Thank you. And all these very many brands. Yeah, go around to your places, your locals, and ask for Harpoon IPA. 40th anniversary. I mean, 40 years. They're around for 40 years doing something right. And I feel like Harpoon kind of gets forgotten about. It's like, oh, yeah, Harpoon's always around. I mean, this guy's trying to sell it.
Swag or anything, but I do have some 5 bars.
Thank you all for coming down. Appreciate it, taking the time out of your day.
Oh!
Yeah, we figured last week with the snow, there was no place to park here.
Oddly enough, you're getting 5 bars swag, but it's sad.
Coming up is Group Autism. If you haven't been, you should try to go. It is Saturday. I'm sure tickets probably still available. It's a good time and many beers to try. Both home brewed and commercial brewed. And that's it. All right, thank you very much for coming. Bye.
Bye. This 2025, I was working in Harlem at a school, and every morning I would have a double espresso, and then 4 packs of sugar would go into it, and then I would have a Gatorade. Like I don't know why the I don't know why the Gatorade helped, but I would stay awake for the rest of the day.
Or you get them the salt you need, the electrolytes that you need. So before we wrap up, I just wanted to see if anybody had any questions about any of the breweries. We also have some cool new stuff coming out this year. Harpoon is coming out with low key lager in the next few weeks, and that is brewed with a full fruit extract that tastes like pawpaw, which is America's largest and one of the few domestic fruits. Delicious.
Pawpaw is one of the only fruits that's one of the very few fruits that's actually native to the United States, and it's a form of papaya. And my mom and I, we had gotten 2 little pawpaw little saplings. They died.
Yeah, it's a tough fruit because
it's a tough thing to
have to take it off the vine itself. If it falls, it's bad.
As far as I know, when it comes to the pawpaw, the reason why no one's heard of it is that the pawpaw has a very short period of time when it's good.
Yep, you can only get so many miles before it spoils.
Yeah, you have to be there at it, get it, because it doesn't travel.
Yeah, it doesn't at all. Very true. Any questions, guys?
Wow, it's like.
All right.
So that was G. Beckett at 5.
Enjoy your beers. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Greg Beckett. Thank you. And all his very many brands. Yeah, go around to your places, your locals, and ask for Harpoon IPA. 40th anniversary. I mean, 40 years. They're out for 40 years doing something right. And I feel like Harpoon kind of gets forgotten about. It's like, oh, yeah, Harpoon's always around. I mean, this guy's trying to sell it.
Swag or anything, but I do have some 5 for us.
Throw something. Thank you all for coming down. Appreciate it, taking the time out of your day. Yeah, we figured last week with the snow, there was no place to park here.
Oddly enough, you're getting 5 borough swag, but it's sad.
Coming up is group autism. If you haven't been, you should try to go. It is Saturday. I'm sure tickets probably still available. It's a good time and many years to try both home brewed and commercial brewed. And that's it. All right, thank you very much for coming. Bye.
Bye.